Hello students, good morning. I am your chemistry miss. Today we are going to see the continuation for the lesson 5, that is coordination chemistry. I hope everyone studied well. So previous video we studied about the Werner's theory. So today we are going to see the lesson 5 coordination chemistry, that is the isomerism in the coordination chemistry. So everyone known about what is isomerism. What is isomerism? Isomerism, the same chemical and molecular formula but differ in the structural formula. So that is isomerism. Same chemical or molecular formula. Same chemical and molecular formula but differ in the physical and chemical property. That is called as isomerism. Differ in physical and chemical properties. That is called as isomerism, right? So that is, we are already studied what is isomerism. But here, this isomerism, last year we studied the isomerism in the organic chemistry, right? That is the structural isomerism, chain isomerism, functional isomerism, position isomerism. The same thing here in the coordination compound is also we are going to learn the isomerism. Isomerism again classified two main type, that is structural isomerism and the stereo isomerism. What is structural isomerism? So that is same molecular formula but differ in structure. That is called as structural isomerism. What is structural isomerism? Same molecular formula but differ in structure. So what is stereo isomerism? Same molecular formula differ in the spatial arrangement. Same molecular formula but differ in spatial arrangement. That is called the stereoisomerism. So what is stereoisomerism? Same molecular formula but differ in spatial arrangement. So what is structural isomerism? Same molecular formula but differ in structure. So that is called the structural isomerism. In the structural isomerism, we are going to learn the 4 types of isomerism, that is linkage isomerism, coordination isomerism, ionization isomerism and the solution isomerism or solvate isomerism. Solution isomerism or the solvate isomerism. But in the stereo isomerism, again it is classified 2 types. First, this is solution isomerism or solvate isomerism. Okay. So this stereo isomerism, again it is classified cis-trans, that is geometrical isomerism, that is cis-trans isomerism. So that is called as geometrical isomerism. This stereo isomerism, cis and trans isomerism. So that is stereo isomerism and the optical isomerism. Stereo and optical isomerism. The stereo isomerism again classified cis and trans isomerism. Okay, so these are we are going to learn in this chapter, that is isomerism. Next we are going to see the first example, what is linkage isomerism. So what is meant by linkage isomerism? That is link. So that is the attached with the central metal atom. This is arises with the ampidentate ligand. What is meant by ampidentate ligand? So ampidentate ligand, more than 2 ligands. So inner ligand containing 2 donor atoms. So that is, it is linked with the central atom more than 2 way. That is called as linkage isomerism. Once again, the linkage of the ligand to the central metal atom more than 2 way, because the ligand containing 2 donor atoms. Say for example here NCS, we can write CNS. So that is, this is one way ligand. This is NO2. We can write ONO. This is another way. So that is NC. So here also SCN. So this is the another way to bind with the central metal atom. So more than 2 ways. So say for example here CONH35NO2. How to write? That is, CO is the central metal atom. Here that is linked with NO2. So that is, this is the one way. So how to link with that? NH3. Here that is NH3. NH3, here also NH3, that is 5NH3, right? So this is one method. What is isomerism? What is isomerism? So two different structure, we differentiate in two structures. So that is, this is the N. So N linked with the cobalt, that is central metal atom. This is N is directly linked with the central metal atom. Another one, so that is oxygen. So that is ONO. So O-N double bond O. So this is another way. So remaining everything will be same. So here that is again CO, here NH3, here NH3, here NH3, here also NH3, here also NH3, right? So here also 2 plus. So what is the only difference? Here N is directly, N is donated 2 electron to the cobalt. So here that is oxygen donated 2 electron to the cobalt. So this is the ligand. So here also this is the different linkage. So that is the same ligand. This is the ligand. The NO2 is linked with that central metal atom with the two other way, that is called as ampidentate ligand, that is called as linkage isomerism. What is meant by linkage isomerism? When an ampidentate ligand bonded to the central metal atom through the either of it two different donor atom, that is called as linkage isomerism. Okay, so next one is coordination isomerism. Okay, so next one, coordination isomerism. So what is coordination isomerism here? That is interchange of one or more ligand between the cationic and anionic complex. So that is here the interchange of cationic and anionic between the coordination entities. What is the meaning for that? Here the cation and anion. Just so this is the ammonia ligand, amine, that is here, that is cyanidol ligand. So okay, so that is the both two ligands are here, but two ligands can exchange between the square bracket is the coordination entity, but here that is two ligand can exchange with the coordination entity, that is called as coordination isomerism. Here this is one isomerism. Here how it will, the Cr, this NH3, this NH3 can move this one, this is only move that one. So that is the two entity. This is called as coordination isomerism. So what is coordination isomerism? Interchange of one or more ligand between the cationic and anionic coordination entity. So this is called as coordination isomerism. So next one is ionization isomerism. What is ionization isomerism? It is a ionizable counter ion. So ionizable counter ion itself can act as a ligand. So what is the meaning for that? So this is the counterable ion. So that is ionizable ion. This is called as counter ion. That is outside the square bracket. So this is called as counter ion. This is also called as counter ion. This counter ion can also act as a ligand. So here that is Br2 is a counter ion, but here the Br2 get inside, it is act as a ligand, but the Cl2 is come outside as a counter ion. Okay, this is called as ionization isomerism. The ionizable counter ion can act as a ligand. So that is called as ionization isomerism. Okay, so this is the another one. So next one is what is meant by solvate isomerism. So that is the solvate isomerism, the exchange of free solvent like water, another one is water, ammonia and alcohol. The exchange of free solvent molecule like water, ammonia and alcohol. So can act as a, that is the ligand in the coordination entity will give different isomers. So that is the exchange of water, ammonia and alcohol. This can exchange within the square bracket. Okay, this is called as solvate isomerism. So example, CrCl3 6H2O. This is the one coordination compound. This coordination compound have three solvent isomerism, solvate isomerism. Say for example, this is here, that is 6 molecule of water is there, that is Cl3 is a counter ion, but here that is one water molecule is coming outside. So that is again, so this is what is the color? This is violet in color. This is violet in color. This is pale green. Pale green. This is dark green. Dark green. Okay, so that is the three different color. This is called as solvent isomerism. So last year board exam they are asking this question. So what are the right? The 3 solvate isomerism. So this is for CrCl3 and 6H2O. So this is the 6 molecule of water, this is 5 molecule, this is 4 molecule. Remaining water is writing here is act as a counter ion. Okay, so this is called as solvate isomerism. So this is once again, this is the 4 types of ligand, structure ligand, that is linkage, coordination isomerism, ionization isomerism, and the solvate isomerism. What is linkage isomerism? It is linked with the more than ambidentate ligand linked with the central metal atom is more than 2-way, that is called as linkage isomerism. What is coordination isomerism? Interchange of ligand between the coordination entity with the cation and anionic compound, that is called as coordination isomerism. What is ionization isomerism? The ionizable counter ion itself can act as a ligand, that is called as ionization isomerism. What is solvate isomerism? Exchange of free solvent like water, ammonia and alcohol with exchange with the ligand and the counter ion. So this is called as solvate isomerism. Write the 3 possible solvate isomerism. That is the one important question. These all the isomerisms are very important. Sometimes they are asking 2 mark or 3 mark. Okay, so this is the another one. So next one is stereoisomers and geometrical isomer. Okay, what is mean by stereoisomerism? What is stereoisomerism? Same molecular formula but differ in the spatial arrangement. So that is called the stereoisomerism. Same molecular formula but differ in the spatial arrangement. So what is the meaning for that? The stereoisomerism, it is called as geometrical isomerism and the optical isomerism. Geometrical isomerism, again it is called as cis-trans isomerism. This arrangement only seen in the heteroleptic complexes. That what is meant by heteroleptic? More than 2 or 3 ligands in the compound. So that is called as heteroleptic. What is heteroleptic? More than 2 or 3 ligand present in the complex compound. So that is called as heteroleptic. So in this 3-dimensional spatial arrangement, these compounds are exhibited in the cis-trans isomerism. So say for example in the square planar. So in the square planar, so this is A to B to, this is the general representation. A and B are the ligand. A2 means that is A type of 2 ligand, B type of 2 ligand. So A2, BC, so these are all the ABC are the monodentate ligand are the same side. So that is this ligand. Suppose A or B present in the same side, the same group present in the same side mean that is called as cis isomerism. The different groups are present in the opposite side, that is called as trans isomerism. The another one example MXY 2N plus 1 where XY is the bidentate ligand, or another one this is also exhibit with the isomerism. So the MAB CD N plus or minus. Okay, see the example in your textbook, so many examples are there. So this is the example. See, this is the first one is MA to B2. So this is MA to B2. So here what is A2 means that is similar group. So this is the halogen, right? This is chlorine, this is another chlorine. The similar groups are present in the same side, that is called a cis isomer. So here this is amine group, this is the present in the same side, this is called a cis isomer. What is trans isomer? This is the opposite side, the same groups are present in the opposite side, that is ammonia, amine, this is chlorine, this is called as trans isomer. This is A2. A2 means A type of ligand, 2 ligand, that is A2, here B2. So this is the cis trans. Another one is MA to BC. How it will, this is called a cis isomer. This is ammonia, this is blue, but here this is halogen, it is considered as a halogen. The halogens are present in the same side, that is called as, this is also called as cis isomer. Bit here that is same group, that is called as A2. Here A2 BC. So this is A2, this is A, this is A2, this is B and this is C. Okay, so this is called as trans cis isomer, that is similar groups are this is all totally commonly called as halogen. So that is the halogens are present in the same side, this is called as cis isomer. This is the halogens are present in the opposite side, this is called as, that is called as trans isomer. This is another one MXY, this is called as bidentate ligand. What is bidentate ligand? It is linked with the central metal atom is more than 2-way. Here that is the, this is 1-way, this is one is linked with that oxygen, this is another linked with the oxygen. Similar groups are present in the same side, this is similar groups are present in the opposite side. This is the another example. This is called as 4MABCD. This is the 4 different types of ligand. This is also similar groups are present in the opposite side. This is only the not cis and trans isomer. We can write the probability. This is the possible way we are writing the this is isomerism. This is similar groups are present in the opposite side. This is another one. Here also we have the position will be changed in the three-dimensional structure. Okay, this is called as cis and trans isomer. Okay. Okay, so next one is octahedral complex. What is mean by octahedral complex? So the octahedral complex type is Ma to B4. This is another type. This is also ligand. See the diagram. This is the position ligand in the octahedral complex. This is the diagram of octahedral. So this is octahedral. This is the four. What is the ligand? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this is the position. This is the ligand position. So in this scheme, the position number 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4. So this is the 1, 5, 2, 3. This is writing the probability. Identical if two similar groups are present in any one of these position means this is called a cis isomer. But here this is the position of ligand. This any one of these position, the isomer referred as the cis isomer. Similar position 1, 6, 2, 4, 3, 5. And similar ligands are present in this position mean that is called as trans isomer. This is also called cis position. This is called as trans position. Okay. Another one is octahedral complex. So octahedral complex Ma3B3. This is also geometrical isomerism. That is three similar ligand A, B, C. Okay. So here that is the three similar ligand. These are the phase isomer. And another one is meridional isomer. So this is one side is the phase isomer and another one is meridional isomer. This is the another one. This is also cis and the trans isomer. Next one is optical isomerism. What is meant by optical isomerism? Suppose we are positioning on the mirror means what will happen? It will reflect the same position. That is the same identical mirror image means that is called as optical isomerism. Here that is the coordination compound. So what is optical isomerism? Levorotatory and dextrorotatory. What is levorotatory? The planar polarized light rotate in the left side direction mean that is called as levorotatory. Plane polarized light either clockwise or anti-clockwise, that is called as optical isomerism. Levorotatory and dextrorotatory. The planar polarized light, the optical planar polarized light rotate towards the right side mean that is called as dextrorotatory. Left side mean levo, right side mean that is dextrorotatory. So that is the same thing here. This is example COEN 5, that is C plus. So this is the when your mirror is placed mean that is the typically it is the mirror position that is called as optical isomer. Another one is this is also another example. This is the optical isomer, that is the coordination compound COCl2En2, 3 isomer, 2 optically active cis form and 1 optically inactive transfer. This structure also shown. So this is also another structure. So this is also mirror image is here, that is the NN here, that is the same opposite side, that is also is there. So this is also called the mirror image, the compound is there. Next we are going to see the coordination compound, theory of coordination compound. So what is mean by valence bond theory? Next we are going to see the valence bond theory. What is valence bond theory? So valence, so that is the outermost shell. So outermost shell, that is called as valence bond theory. What are the postulates of valence bond theory? Here so many postulates are there. Who proposed that? That is Linus Pauling. Linus Pauling proposed the valence bond theory. So what is first one is ligand of this metal. So I am writing the postulates. First one is ligand metal bond is covalent in nature. See, ligand with a central metal atom. Ligand metal bond. What is mean by metal bond? So ligand and the central metal atom bond is covalent, is always covalent in nature. What is covalent nature? So that each atom donated one electron. So sharing of electron between the, so that is the meaning for sharing of electron. Sharing of electrons between central metal atom and the ligand. Okay, so this is the first point. Second one, at least one filled orbital containing a lone pair of electron. What is mean by ligand? At least one pair of electrons are present. So that is at least one lone pair of electron. Ligand at least one filled orbital. So what is mean by ligand? At least filled one orbital is present. One ligand, one at least one filled orbital containing a lone pair of electrons. So lone pair of electrons. Another one is central metal atom provided the required number of vacant orbital. Suppose the central metal atom, according to the ligand combination, the central metal atom provide that position. So that is central metal atom provide that space, provided required number of vacant orbital. Okay, so this is the another one. Next one is these vacant orbital hybridization, undergo hybridization, the vacant orbital and the central metal atom. So that is the vacant orbital and the central metal atom hybrid, they form the hybrid orbital. Okay, this hybrid orbital, that is with the what bond will be formed, that is coordinate covalent bond. What is coordinate covalent bond? So any one of the atom donated a pair of electron to make the bond formation. So this is called as linear overlap, forming the linear overlap forming sigma bond. So mainly the n minus d orbitals are involved in hybridization. So that is the only the n minus 1 d orbitals are involved in hybridization. Okay, so that is the, suppose the unpaired electron is there. Unpaired electron means the magnetic character. Unpaired electron, that is called as paramagnetic. This is paired electron means that is called as diamagnetic. So this is already studied. So that is unpaired electron is present means that is called as paramagnetic. So paired electron means that is called as diamagnetic. So here that is what some ligand, strong ligand. What are the strong ligand? Strong ligand means that is CO, Cn minus. These are the strong ligand. What is the weak ligand? F minus, Cl minus, Br minus, I minus, S2 minus, Scn minus. So these are the strong ligand. Sometimes according to the combination strong and weak ligand. So these are act as the strong and weak ligand, that is NO2 minus, En. So these are called as weak ligand, and amine, that is the neutral ligand, right? Greater the overlapping, greater the bond length. So here according to that, greater the overlapping will be greater, means greater the overlapping, greater the bond length. Okay, so this is the another one. So this is the valence bond theory. Using this theory, we can write the given compound, coordination compound is the diamagnetic and paramagnetic. Another one is this is the hybridization according to the geometry coordination number. This hybridization, suppose sp hybridization is the linear structure, sp2 means the trigonal planar, sp3 tetrahedral, dsp2 square planar, dsp3 trigonal bipyramidal, d2 sp3 octahedral, sp3 d2 is the octahedral. So this is the, so just you memorize that this is the hybridization. What is the geometry present here? This is, we can see the next one, how to explain the VB theory. This is the illustration of the whether the compound is paramagnetic or diamagnetic. Okay, we can see, continue the next one. Next we are going to see the illustration of this VB theory. Okay. Okay, illustration of this VB theory. First one is NiCO4. So first you write out a central metal atom. Yeah, what is the central metal atom here? That is nickel. Okay, central metal atom and its electronic configuration. Okay, how to write? So nickel atomic number is, what is the nickel atomic number? Nickel atomic number is 28. Okay, so how to write? Argon 3d8 and 4s2. Okay, this is the electronic configuration of nickel. Okay, so how to write the outer orbital metal atom? So outer orbital, so we can write like this only. We can write 3d8 and 4s2. This is the outer electronic configuration. So next step is, so draw the orbital, outer orbitals. Outer orbitals, how to draw? So how to draw this outer orbital? First one is 3d8, okay? So d orbital, how many d orbital? D orbital means that is 5. D orbital, then 4s, then next one is 4p. P orbital, that is 3 electron. Okay, so how to write here? 3d, 4s and 4p. Right, 3d orbital, how many electron is there? 8 electron, 4s2. How to fill? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4s2, 1, 2, 4p orbital, empty orbital. So here what is the ligand? Here CO is the ligand. What is the nature of ligand? Nature of ligand is the strong ligand field. So nature of ligand is the CO is the strong ligand field. Strong ligand. Strong ligand. So because this is a pairing. So what are the main purpose of the strong ligand? So pairing of this orbital electrons, 4s electron with the 3d electrons in the metal atom. So what is the meaning for that? This is CO is the strong ligand. What will happen? This is all the orbitals in the 4s electron and the 3d8 orbitals are pairing inside the 3d8 orbital. What is the meaning for that? இது என்ன பண்ணும் அப்படின்னா இந்த ரெண்டு எலக்ட்ரானை இந்த பாக்ஸுக்கு இப்போ டோட்டலாக இதில் 2 அன்பேர்டு எலக்ட்ரான் இருக்குது, 2 பேர்டு எலக்ட்ரான் இருக்குது. இதை எல்லாத்தையுமே இந்த 3d8ல வந்து பேர் பண்ணிடும். ஸோ தட் இஸ் ஹியர் 2 எலக்ட்ரான், ஹியர் 2 எலக்ட்ரான். தட் இஸ் த hybridization. So this is the next one, outer orbital. Outer orbitals of metal atom. Outer orbitals of metal atom in the presence of ligand. Okay, so ligand oda bind ஆகும்போது அதனுடைய orbitals எப்படி இருக்கும்? Once again, this is the again draw this diagram. D orbital means that is 5 boxes, right? 4s means 1 box. P orbital means 3 box, right? So that is 3d, 4s and 4p. So இப்போ ligand என்ன பண்ணணும்னு சொன்னா இதுல இருக்கிற 2 எலக்ட்ரானை இங்க போய் பேர் பண்ணிடும். So see 1 2 1 2 1 2 here, that is 1 2 1 2. அப்போ எத்தனை ஆர்பிட்டல் எம்டியா இருக்கு? s ஆர்பிட்டல் எம்டியா இருக்கு, 4p orbital எம்டியா இருக்கு. Next one is hybridization. So hybridized orbital of the metal atom. So now it is linked to this is the ligand. Only this is the structure of ligand. It is so this is the central metal atom bind with the ligand. So hybridized orbitals of metal atom of complex, metal atom and complex. So this is the hybridized orbital. How to hybridize? Again draw this 3d orbital, 5 boxes as it is same as like this, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Here what are the orbital? Empty orbital is here, that is 4s orbital, then 4p orbital, right? This is 4s and 4p orbital, 4s and 4p orbital. What are the ligand? This is the This is the CO is the ligand. How many ligands are there? 4 ligands. So that is CO. Okay, so this is 2 electron. Again this is CO. Here 2 electron. Here 2 electron. This is 4 ligand. Okay, CO, the 4 ligand. So what is the hybridization? Here 1 s orbital, 3p orbital is a sp3 hybridization. What is the hybridization? sp3 hybridization. sp3 hybridization. What is the coordination number? How many ligand is there? That is called as coordination number. So coordination number equal to 4. Hybridization, sp3 hybridization. What is the geometry? So from this tabular column, sp3 hybridization is the tetrahedral arrangement, right? Tetrahedral arrangement. Okay, So how many unpaired electron is there? Here no unpaired electron. Here everything paired electron. Here also everything paired electron. There is no unpaired electron. No unpaired electron. Unpaired electrons. Okay. So it is a diamagnetic. Diamagnetic. Magnetic. The magnetic moment mu s equal to square root of n into n plus 2 equal to 0. Here there is no unpaired electron. Once again, so I repeat that. First one is, this is the structure compound. First you write the electronic outer electronic configuration of central metal atom. Yes, central metal atom is nickel. Write the electronic configuration. Outer orbital, you write the electrons in the outer orbital. What is the nature of ligand? Is the strong ligand. ஒரு strong ligand na enna pannum sonna, it is pair the unpaired electron into pair itself. It's a 3d orbital. The 4s electron 3d8 orbitals are paired in the 3d8 orbital. So that is, every electrons are paired in 3d orbital. So 4s orbitals are empty. Here 4p orbitals are also empty. So then hybridized with the ligand, that is CO. 4 ligand, 4 empty boxes are there. So that is 4 ligands or COs are bond with it, this compound. This then hybridization, 1 s orbital, 3 p orbital is a hybridization, sp3 hybridization. Coordination number 4, geometry is a tetrahedral, no unpaired electron, is a so it is a diamagnetic. Okay, so that there is no unpaired electron, is a diamagnetic. So magnetic moment will be 0. Okay, so next one is another compound, nickel CN4. Nickel CN4 2 minus. Okay, so in your textbook that is 4 minus, here 2 minus. First, what is the electronic configuration? First step is electronic configuration of nickel, right? So nickel electronic configuration is nickel 3d8 4s2, right? This is the another one. So next one is outer orbital. So before that you can calculate the oxidation number of nickel. So that is how to calculate. Nickel X Cn is minus 4 equal to minus 2. So what is the electronic configuration? Plus 2, right? Oxidation state of nickel is plus 2. Okay, so that is the Na2 plus. So what is Na2 plus? The electronic configuration of Na2 plus is 2 electron will be removed. So that is 3d8. Okay, so this only you already studied, 3d8 4s0. Now the outer electronic configuration. So that is, we draw the outer orbitals of metal atom. Okay, metal atom outer orbital. First you draw the diagram. So 3d8, 8 means that is 5 boxes, 3d8 4s0, then 4p. Okay, you write all these things, 4s and 4p. So how many electrons are there here? That is 8 electron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is 8 electrons will be there. So next one is nature of ligand. What is the nature of ligand? That is Cn is the Cn minus is the strong ligand. So what is, if the ligand is strong, means what will happen? It is paired inside the 3d8 orbital. So that is paired inside the 3d8 orbital. 3d8 orbital. So that is, here 2 unpaired electron is there. It is paired inside the orbital, means that is 1 electron. இப்போ இங்க ரெண்டு single electron இருக்கு, இத ஒரே orbital ல கொண்டு வந்துடும். அப்ப இங்க ஒரு box வந்து empty ஆயிடும். So that is paired inside the 3d8 orbital. So next one is now the outer orbitals of metal atom in the presence of ligand. Outer orbitals in the presence of ligand. Presence of ligand. So what will happen? So here that is again the same thing. Okay, so that is the 3d8 என்ன பண்ணும்? So here 2 electron, here 2 electron, here 2 electron, here 2 electron. 1 boxes are empty, right? So here that is 4s, then 4p. Okay, so next one is that is central hybridized orbital with the metal atom. Next one is hybridized orbitals. Hybridized orbital with central metal atom. Central metal atom with a hybridized orbital. How many Cn is there? That is 4 Cn. So next one is you draw this 3d8, 5 boxes, 4s and 4p. Okay, so 1, 2, here already these electrons are there. This is one box, one be very empty. So how to fill that? That is Cn 4 electrons are there. That is here, that is Cn minus. So empty orbital enga start agudho, you can write the hybridized orbital with that starting from the 3d8. Here that is 3d8, Cn minus, 2 electrons are there, that is Cn minus. Here 2 electrons are there, Cn minus 2 electrons are there. So what is the hybridization? Here one d orbital, here one s orbital, here 2 p orbital, dsp2 hybridization. So what is the hybridization? Is dsp2 hybridization. So this is, I am differentiating here, that is 2 electron. We can draw this like this, 2 electron, right? 2 electron like this. Okay, so this is the dsp2 hybridization. So dsp hybridization, what is the geometry? What is the geometry? That is the square planar. Okay, this is square planar. This is the square planar. Another one is there is no unpaired electron. Here all the electrons are paired only. No unpaired electron. Unpaired electron. So it is a diamagnetic. Diamagnetic. Magnetic moment mu is equal to 0. So this is the hybridized. What is the coordination number? Coordination number also 4. Coordination number equal to 4. Okay, this is the another one. So nickel Cn4 2 minus. First you write the. So first you write the oxidation. Calculate the oxidation state. So in your textbook that is 4 minus is there. You write. You change that. That is 2 minus. So Ni 3d8 4s2 x minus 4 equal to minus 2. So x equal to plus 2, Ni 2 plus. So that is, this is the electronic configuration of 3d, Ni 2 plus. So that is 2 electrons will be removed. So that is 3d8. Outer orbitals of metal, you draw this like this. Nature of ligand, Cn is also strong ligand. Pair inside the 3d8 orbital. So outer orbital in the presence of ligand, you can tie, everything will be paired. So then hybridized with the central metal atom. You can draw this one, that is the coordination. This is the dsp2. This is the another hybridization. Next one is FeCN6. This is the another compound. FeCN6 3 minus. Okay. First you write the electronic configuration, right? General electronic configuration. Central metal atom. General electronic configuration Fe. So that is argon 3d6 4s2. So what is the electronic configuration? 3d6 and 4s2. Okay. So next one is, what is the oxidation state of Fe? X minus 6 equal to minus 3. So X is equal to plus 3. So this is the oxidation state of Fe. So that is Fe 3 plus. So what is the electronic configuration? That is 3d5, then 4s 0. The 2 electron will be removed from the s orbital, 1 electron. So that is 3d5. Right? This is the another one. Next one is outer orbital configuration. Outer orbital electronic configuration. Outer orbital of central metal atom. So how to draw this one? So first you draw the 3d5. 3d5, then 4s, then 4p, right? So here that is 3d5, right? 3d5, 4s and 4p. Here how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is the 5 electron. So next one is nature of ligand. Nature of ligand. Nature of ligand. So the nature of ligand, Cn. Cn is the, already I told, Cn is the powerful ligand. Powerful ligand. So what will happen? It is paired up inside the 3d5 orbital. So all the electrons are paired, only one single electron will be there. So So that is the outer orbitals of metal atom in the presence of ligand. Outer orbitals of metal atom in the presence of ligand. In the presence of ligand. So in the presence of ligand enna nadakum? So here that is 5 electrons. So here that is 4s, 4p. So everything will be pair, right? 1, 2, 4. Totally 5 electrons are there. Here pair 1. This is one unpaired electron. This is the 3d5. Right. Our next one is hybridized orbital. So what is the, how many Cn minus is there? So then hybridized with the central metal atom. Hybridized orbital with central metal atom. Okay. So what will happen? So again 5 boxes are there. Then 4s, then 4p. Okay. So here, so these are the 5 electron already there. So next you draw the another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that is all the Cn minus, right? Cn minus. Here Cn minus. Here Cn minus. Cn minus. Here Cn minus. How many? What are the hybridization? 2d orbital, that is d2. 1 s orbital s, then p orbital, that is 3p orbital, d2 sp3. So what is the electronic configuration? d2 sp3. What is the geometry? Geometry is the octahedral. This the geometry is octahedral. Then how many unpaired electron? There is one unpaired electron. One unpaired electron. So magnetic moment mu s equal to square root of n into n plus 2. So what is n? N is equal to 1. So 1 plus 2 square root of 1 into 3 equal to square root of 3. What is the value? 1.732 Bohr magneton, right? So this is the mu s. Mu s equal to, so unpaired electron is there, so it is a paramagnetic. Paramagnetic coordination number equal to 6. Coordination number equal to 6. Okay, only difference is here only one unpaired electron. So that is the magnetic moment. So mu cs equal to n into n plus 2. So this is the square root of 3, 1.732. Bohr magneton is a paramagnetic nature. Okay, this is the another one. FeCN6. So another one example. COF6 3 plus. COF6 3 minus. Okay, so this is the another one complex. COF6. First you write the central metal atom. Cobalt. Central metal atom. Electronic outer electronic configuration. So that is CO, argon, 3d7, 4s2. Okay. So how to, first you calculate the oxidation state. How to calculate? So this is, we are considered cobalt is X, F6 minus 6 equal to minus 3, X is equal to plus 3. So oxidation state is also, so cobalt 3 plus, what is the electronic configuration? 3d6, 4s0. Okay, so this is the general electronic configuration. This is 3d6, 4s0. Okay, first you write the outer electronic configuration, outer orbital of the metal atom, outer orbitals of the central metal atom. First you draw the 3d5. 3d6 is there. Here 4s, then 4p. Okay, 4s, 4p. Again 3d6, how to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So another nature of ligand. F minus is the weak ligand. Okay, weak ligand. So there is no pairing will be occur. So that is no metal. So as it is no pairing of 3d electrons in the metal, so next we are write the outer orbital. Outer orbital in the presence of ligand. Orbital with central metal atom. With central metal atom. What will happen? So here how many fluorine is there? 6 fluorine. How many boxes are here? That is 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes are there. So that is we can add 3 more boxes. So our next level, so that is 3D, 4S, 4P, then another one is 4D. Okay. Now you draw the boxes here. Okay, this is 4S, then 4P, then 4D. This is 3D, 4S, 4P and 4D. Okay. So now outer orbital of the central metal atom. How many electrons are there here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now 6 fluorine. F minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So here 6 electron. F minus, F minus, F minus. These are ligand. F minus, F minus. How to write the hybridization? 1s orbital, 3p orbital, 2d orbital. So what is the sp3 d2 hybridization? What is the nature of this hybridization is a geometry equal to octahedral. Octahedral, how many unpaired electron is there? 1, 2, 3, 4. N is equal to 4 unpaired electron. Mu s equal to square root of n into n plus 2 equal to 4 into 6 is equal to square root of 24, right? So that is a 4 unpaired electron. So it is a paramagnetic. Mu s equal to square root of 24 is equal to 4.899 Bohr magneton. Okay, so the outer d orbitals are involved in the ion complex is called outer orbital complex. So this is the outer d orbitals are involved in the complex formation. So it is called as outer orbital complex. So COF6. So that's all about this. Geometry is a hybrid octahedral. Yes, so this is the illustration of this VB theory. What are the limitation of this VB theory? What are the limitation of this VB theory? What are the limitation? First one is does not explain the color of the complex. Does not explain the color of the complex. Explain the color of the complex. Okay, only is explained it is a diamagnetic or paramagnetic, but does not explain the color of the complex. Another one is only magnetic, does not consider the components of the magnetic moment. It does not explain the magnetic moment properties. So that is only it is the paramagnetic or diamagnetic, but it does not explain the magnetic moments properties. Another one is it does not provide a quantitative explanation. So only explain the qualitative experiment, does not explain the quantitative experiment. So that is the another drawbacks. So overcome this quantitative explanation. Okay, so this is the another one. So overcome this, they are introducing the crystal field theory. Next we are going to see the next video. We are going to see the crystal field theory. Okay, so today that's all about this video. So next we are going to see the crystal field theory. This is the VB theory and the illustration. Very important question. In every question paper, one question is there. Very easy one. No explanation is there. Only you write this much of step you want write. Okay. So first you understand this concept. You can easily write this structure. Okay. Thank you, children. Bye.